Next we have a short presentation under the accountability report by Dr. Hogan. He's going to talk about how we are measuring sustainability. And of course, the board knows, I think we announced it, and it was also in a press release, that we received a national award for our work in sustainability from the American Association of Community Colleges from their Seed Center. And nice thing about that award is it carries $10,000 with it. So we're going to put that away and use it again for sustainability. So, Dr. Hogan?
Yes, thank you. I have with me tonight Mr. David Hughesmuller, who's our sustainability manager. If you have any detailed questions, I may defer to him.
Where's David?
He's in the back.
Right in the back. All right. So we assess ourselves on the triple bottom line of being environmentally responsible, socially responsible, and economically responsible. As part of the master plan, there's some innovations taking place here. Replacing solar panels, that's warming the water, helping to reduce the cost of heating, geothermal heat and cooling in the buildings, and high efficiency fixtures. Our goal now is to reduce energy consumption by 20% by 2017, that's from 2014. And right now we're making pretty good progress in that direction. We've reduced energy consumption by about 18%. We've reduced our energy costs by more than $200,000, and greenhouse gases by almost 17%. This is in keeping with a lot of the work that the county government is doing in the area of cleaning the air, reducing air pollution, and reducing the GEGs from coal and sulfur in the air. Also, we are, as part of the master plan, the bioswales, these are called. This is an example from Libertyville. This is the landscaping in the parking lots. This is filtering stormwater with the deep-rooted plants, flowering, and grasses. They filter water before it gets into Willow Lake. These plants are very resilient to the changes in seasons here and to the types of pollutants that come off of automobiles. We are able to do this in part being financially responsible with the help of a grant from the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. If it weren't for education, we are working on an AQUIP team is in sustainability across the curriculum, and identifying where sustainable concepts on those three measures are being taught. We have a group of 8 instructors right now engaged outside of the natural sciences, trying to build in more of the environmental sustainability concepts into the curriculum, and applying that triple bottom line approach. In addition, some of the other sustainable practices we have, more than 700 pounds of food that have been grown on campus have been turned over to local food pantries in furtherance of the concept of social responsibility. And David and his group are working on better measures of how we are diverting waste in accordance with the county's master plan to keep it out of our landfills, which are nearing their capacity. And that is all I have to share with you for today.
Any questions? Okay.
I think this is great. So you're having this infused into the curriculum. So, and in practices, I mean, are you seeing it in the cafeteria? Are you seeing it where
Yes.
you're reducing?
Yes. Dave could tell you more about this. He's working on getting foodstuffs separated from the other waste so that it can go into compost.
Yeah, composting is the next thing.
We are working with a waste hauler right now to pick up our food scraps from the cafeteria. So the kitchen, in the culinary kitchen and the Cafe Willow kitchen will be collecting food scraps, diverting them from the landfill, and we'll be beginning a program for consumers in the cafe.
You know, actually, I just found this out today, but I knew we were taking food from our farm there, and so we've already started the process of selling that food right into there, creating a kind of a market, and then we're first working on a plan to expand that farm, and then we could even set up where student workers could be working on the farm, because we have an income source as we sell it in our cafeteria. And it's locally grown by definition, because if you gave me about 5 driver shots, maybe if you gave Dr. Haney 2 or 3 driver shots, he could hit it into the farm. So that's local food.
Oh, boy. question.
Yeah.
Maybe
Can we
one.
go back a few slides and talking about the savings, the 18% savings? Help me to understand from a financial standpoint, all of this equates to the 235,000?
Not exactly.
What is that? Help me to understand the relationship between bullet point 1, 2, and 3 as it relates to the bottom line, dollars and cents.
Well, the energy costs are variable because of costs of purchasing in the market. So I can't attribute all of that to our reduction, but what we can see, what is our goal is to reduce the consumption of energy, and we are seeing that we're using less of it. And we're emitting fewer pollutants into the air as a result.
And give me an example of how that's being, bullet point 1, what would you say is a major part of the reduction in usage? What has changed in our behavior?
I can say a couple of things. We're increasing our efficiencies. If you look around the campus, we are upgrading our lighting fixtures from fluorescent lights to LEDs, and that's about a 20% decrease in energy usage. When you purchase new equipment is more energy efficient as well, so we're using less electricity for that.
Maintenance on it too. You can't calculate, I suppose you could try to find a way to calculate it in, but LED lights last 20 times longer than ones that so, maintenance savings and other things. So all of it creates greater efficiency, and it's not just us, everyone's doing this. In the industry they're doing it, all the corporations are doing it. We had a seminar a couple of weeks ago where they had corporations from around the world, and they're all working on this in different ways from different aspects of efficiency.
Just a really quick question, because this is not really my wheelhouse, but I'm very interested in it because it saves dollars. This new lighting, LED lighting, usually it costs a little bit more because they last longer. So in our attempt to reduce our energy usage, what is the added cost to that? Like when we started with recycling years ago, it was very expensive to recycle, and no one was actually purchasing the recycled products. It was a very expensive venture initially. So help me to understand generally, without any real, no real specifics.
I can't give you a figure for how much we spent on LED lighting, for example, or but any new equipment is going to be more efficient. We are pursuing grants, though, to assist us with upgrades to our lighting. We're seeking grant funding for Atlanta Lane. We hope to see that retrofitted this year to LED. So those sorts of going through the parking lots and just a little at a time we are upgrading as we go through, and we seek grant funding to help.
We're also looking through that Illinois Green Economy Network IGEN. We're also about 10 colleges. We're exploring large-scale solar projects, so we're going to be looking at that here. But we're talking 250 megawatts and up, so they're pretty large scale. And we might even want to put that over parking. Look at how we put it. We talked about a little bit putting over parking lots. So we're going to explore some other. And on those, what they'll do is they'll give you a fixed cost for your electricity for 20 years, or you can buy them out after the 6th year if you want to own it yourself. So there's different arrangements, and power purchase agreements and other things, but we do look for grants for these little projects.
Will we ever get to the point where we'd be able to say it costs us $50,000 to save $100,000? Will we ever get to that point?
Yeah, I think it's possible to start looking at the cost overall. We're actually going to look at the cost of the
Or it costs us $50,000 to save $25,000.
Sure. Sure. We are going to try to calculate. We are going to. Well, that's the idea of grants. But we are going to calculate the geothermal system, and in the case of our geothermal system, we didn't have a central plant, so it kind of creates your central heating and cooling plant.
So how far down the road do you think we are for being able to come up with that accountability piece?
Take a look at it. Yeah. Maybe a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be long. Because I know with the master plan 1, it's It's my understanding those calculations are done for the investments we made in the current technology, so that data should be available.
Yeah,
So why don't we
you might
let-
need a little longer record than 2 months, but
No,
there
but
will
I
be a
mean,
time.
But there
when
was a
we get
payback
value.
analysis that was done that supported the decisions that the board made. We,
Bingo.
Yes.
So how are we doing is what I.
relative to that
Yes.
plan, yeah.
We made decisions
I always
based
want to
on
know that, yeah.
assumptions.
Well, see, even when you get this report again next year, and we'll be putting this data into that accountability report and the measures on these various things. So you'll kind of see that as it goes along. And what we're doing now is creating baseline measures on everything. So once we create all these baseline measures, then we can give you progress too.
Last question on, how are we, if we are utilizing solar energy, in the marketplace, solar energy is a big deal with Elon Musk, trying to really revolutionize housing by having a solar
Yeah.
shingles on the roof, which could really be a game changer. How are we utilizing solar energy?
We'll be adding solar onto the science building, right? And then we're looking at this large-scale solar project, actually. So those are probably 2 big systems. Yeah, we have solar water heaters, right? That's a different kind of system. Anything else?
Yeah, if I could just add too, when we were re-roofing the A and B wings, one of those was roofed with the capacity to fix with brackets already installed. So at some point we'll expand funding for solar PV panels. We'll be able to install them at a reduced cost.
Yeah, a lot of possibilities there. Okay, thank you.